Hey y'all, welcome back to Mirror Expressions, a channel where I take the time to share a little bit of myself with you all. And of course, I'm going to invite y'all to come on in and do the same with me, right? Right. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't, so that y'all can be notified anytime I upload a video. And then don't forget to let Kay know what's up with y'all. How are y'all doing? If you are fantabulous and you have looked in a mirror, wait a minute, let me get my mirror, baby, because oh girl, you are on point. Okay. So if you have looked in a mirror today and you are feeling A1 with what you see looking back at you, please go ahead and drop me a mirror emoji in the chat. And if not, as always, I'm going to encourage you to take care of your mental and do what you must to get back to a healthier you. All right, y'all. Let me just go and preface this with saying, so if y'all just happen to hear my son in the background, just overlook it right now, because he is sleeping in mommy's bed. And so my office / craft room / studio is all right next to my bedroom. And so he's sleeping in my bed right now, and so I can hear him. So I'm sure if I can hear him, you all will be too. But so that y'all not wondering, like, what is that noise going on in the background? Yeah, that's my son. Okay. Look, we have come to the end. Although we've come to the end of the road. Yo, we there. We are there. Love Without Borders. This is the final episode 10. Crashes and commitments. Okay. And yeah, let's just go get into it. Okay, pretty much. So it's day 30 over in Dubai, right? So we see Shreyas and Gabby. They're out on the beach walking and talking and holding hands and all this, that, and the other. You know, what seems to would have been a romantic time was not, because, you know, she kind of just lets them know that she's going to her brother's wedding, which I think they did a playback and they showed her telling him about it up front, like I think like the first day she was there actually. But in this time instance where she's telling him, now she's also saying she does not know she's going to be coming back, because of course they seem to have had this connection. He's head over heels, and you know, for the most part, it seemed like it was a mutual feeling, you know, or otherwise she was really fronting about it. But yeah, so she's just like, she's really feeling homesick and she just doesn't know about returning. She says that she knows they will be in each other's lives forever, but she just doesn't know to what capacity. Shreyas, you know, he was pretty chill about it. You could tell he was trying to be supportive and understanding, but at the same time, he said he really doesn't know, you know, where Gabby's feelings are when it comes to him, you know. So for him, the story just isn't finished. So yeah. 42 days over in Ireland. Dana is still hanging in there, y'all. And I'm just like, what is really going on, girl? Like, why are you still there? Listen, I need you to get your stuff and get on up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Or do what Naeem did. Just get your own spot. Get up out his house, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of him being slick with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you continuing to stay there. But anyways, so they're talking and she tells him, you know, at times he's kind-hearted, but then he can be extremely inconsistent, right? And it makes her feel unsafe. So she writes out this list of all these things and instances where she has felt disrespected by him. So she pulls out her little paper. Look, let me see what's on this thing for real. Yeah, but anyway, she pulls out her paper with all the stuff on there. And so she's running down the list. He done said she has big hands, she has broad shoulders, you know, and it's all these things that he's saying that have such a negative connotation. But for him, he's like, those are compliments. I'm like, dude, you know those are not compliments. So in her confessional, she's just like that's just like if somebody comes to him and like, oh, you have a cute little tiny penis, you know. And I said it is a fact, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he's even asked her, like, are her breasts real? Are they fake? Are they real? Has she had a boob job? What else? I can't think of anything else. But anyway, you know, but I'm listening to my baby. But anyway, he says that she's just hurt by those things because she's insecure. I'm glad Dana stood her ground. I am, because she was just like, no, my feelings are just as valid as yours. And so in his confessional, he says that she's being vindictive, she's attention seeking. And so he tells her that, you know, she's basically like a ticking time bomb. Excuse me. And that he cannot be with a person like that. I said, ugh. Come on down off that high horse, boo. Come on, because you ain't the one. You are not a prize. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't see it. But yeah, he's not taking any kind of accountability for his actions. He always has some type of excuse for what he has done or for what he has said to her or about her. So, yeah, like, man, gone on from here. Gone on from here. You never had any intentions anyway about being with Dana. You know, let's just call, what does a young say? Let's call a thing a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did it. You never had any intentions on being with her, okay? And he just cannot stand the fact that she is bold enough to call him out on his BS. And that's what I think. All right. Naeem, he's still in Panama, y'all. He kicking it, living it up. 72 days in now, of course. He is moved out of Chandra's house. He's staying at a hotel, supposedly. You know, I think he actually might be with Oriole. But hey, it is what it is. So, but they are out meeting again for dinner. And so I was just like, he is really smitten by her. Like, even in his confessional, he was just like, oh, yeah, you know, like a kid in a candy store. I said, he is a totally different person than what we saw with Chandra. Even initially, he just came out the bat just being overly playful and just, I mean, it's just totally different, you know, like, but they say a man would change for the one they really love, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm happy to see it. That's all I got. I'm happy to see it. You know, I think, and he didn't, when I say change, I don't think maybe he has gotten rid of that playful side, but he's kind of checking it. And he lets it come out when it's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Versus it being an always type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so there, we just kind of eavesdrop in on their conversations. Like, they're just kind of talking about possible things in the future, like how if he stayed there, he would make income. If they were married, like what would their sex be like? Do they like to travel? You know, that kind of thing or whatever. And so some kind of way they end up talking about dancing. And y'all remember the one time that Naeem asked Chandra when she danced with him when they were sitting at a restaurant, and she was just like, no, ain't nobody else dancing, blah, blah, blah. And so, but the difference is when he did it to her, Ori got up and they just started dancing in the middle of the restaurant. And they had like a little connection or whatever. And, you know, I was just thinking, I like that. I like their connection. And I really hope it works out for him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Over in Ghana, we see Carmen and Phil. They're sitting down eating dinner with forks, mind you, because, you know, I just had to go put it in there because, you know, I think Carmen kind of made it seem like that they only eat with their hands. They don't do forks, but she may have just been trying to introduce him to some aspects of the culture when she said that. But anyway, so yeah, they're sitting down eating, and so she's telling him that her friends have really been like asking, like, where has he been? You know, like, I guess when she goes out, he's not really coming along or whatever. And so, you know, she's, you know, telling him they like him and, you know, just hanging out as friends. You know, so again, for me, she's putting it out there that, you know, this is just a friend thing. It ain't finna be nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And so, but he goes on to ask her, well, what do things look like for her in terms of them moving forward, right? And so, yeah, baby, she said, I'm not into you like that. You know, I'm laughing, but at least I'm glad that she was being upfront with him. And then just kind of leave him alone in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And I did say in that moment because then she started sending mixed signals. But we're going to get to that in a minute, okay? But, yeah, she goes on to just tell him she just wants to be friend. And y'all, he looked so hurt. He did. And all I could think was, well, we already knew. Like, she really don't put it out there, you know, that, you know, hey, this is just for to be friends. It's not for to be anything else. More than that, because she's now, at this point, she has said it about 2 or 3 times on camera. You know what I'm saying? So, he wants to know why. And so she said, because you need to work on yourself. You're not ready for a relationship. So, he doesn't feel that, she isn't trying. So in her confessional, she says that she thinks like him losing his mom at an early age has kind of stunted him, you know, as far as growing into a mature man. Like, because then Shady Production give us these flashbacks or like moments where it was just not his best moments, like when it came to like, I think washing his clothes or we see him telling her how he was breastfed until he was 5. And then she was just like, oh, that explains a lot. Which personally, I know we don't see that a lot in the U.S., but I don't think anything's wrong with it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And then we see like them in a pool, and y'all know how she would just openly flirt with him, and like she was like really putting it out there that she really wanted him to make a move. So it was like kind of one of them moments, and we see him versus just kind of flirting back or being assertive in that moment and making some things happen. He just get all giggly and dives into the water like that nervous type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, why? So I kind of get what she was saying in there, like, because I at this point, they are over 2 months in, like, you should have been and tried to show some type of affection at this point. You know what I'm saying? You've been seeing this woman every day, for the past 2 months. So Phil asked, did she want him to leave? And so she was just like, no, I want you to stay. I still consider you a friend. I still want you to experience Ghana. There's still so much I want to show you. You know what I'm saying? So, back over with Dana and Brian, we find out that Dana has, ding, 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 she has finally moved out. Yes. So, she's staying at a hotel. And so, Brian is having a FaceTime with Erica, right? He tells her he's feeling betrayed, angry. Dana is manipulating his words. She's playing the victim. And I'm just like, every time you point the finger at somebody else, you got 3 pointing back at you. So, like, Brian, what are you doing? What are your thoughts in this whole situation, this whole dynamic? Like, what are you doing? But of course, we know Brian is not going to take any accountability. We have already seen that of him. So, yeah. So, Erica said, well, what do you think she's getting by doing that? Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, you're overreacting. You know what I'm saying? That's not what Dana is doing. So, because what would she get out of that? You know what I'm saying? And here, I don't know, maybe that's her way of trying to start a relationship. Or I'm just like, oh, stop. Oh, dude. So Erica then points out to him some of the distasteful things that he has said or done, like giving her those makeup remover pads for Christmas, or the whole if you can't lift her, don't shift her, or whatever it was, joke. And so Erica basically is trying to tell him where he went wrong, and how he delivered his message is what hurt her, not necessarily how he feels. Like he was saying, he doesn't like when a woman wears a lot of makeup. Okay, you have your right to be attracted to what you want to be attracted to. If a whole lot of makeup is not your thing, yes. But there's a way to deliver that message, and being insulting is not it. You know what I'm saying? So, but of course, he wasn't trying to listen. He was not wanting her feedback, her honest feedback. He's just a stubborn old mule. Oh, goat. So he tells her he doesn't like this, and he doesn't need it, and it's not what he signed up for. Right? So back with Ghana now. Over in Ghana. I mean, not Ghana. Dubai. Right? 32 days in. So it's been a little over a month. And so Gabby is packing. She's getting ready to leave. And so Shreya says he's sad. Yeah, he's frustrated because he feels that he has a connection with her and he doesn't want her to leave, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just had a nightmare of one match, and then he get a match, and they seem to connect, and now she's leaving, before they can really even get to explore where things could possibly go. So, yeah. So, y'all, it's another one kind of broke my heart. I feel bad. Look, Maya first got me over here, and now here comes Shreyas, because I don't know if y'all caught this, but, in his confessional, he looked like he had been crying. Them eyes were red, and they were all misty-eyed and watery. Yeah, he had been crying. So, I said, oh, boo-boo. He was really sad. So Gabby said, you know, she's trying to figure out really what her feelings are towards Strayers or whatever. So it's day 60 in Ghana, and Phil is packing. Oh, child. So he has decided to leave. So he's packing and he goes up to Carmen's room and tells her that, you know, he can't just be her friend, basically. And so he's leaving. And he's leaving that day in a few hours. So Carmen said she's angry and upset because, once again, he's not being communicative. He didn't let her know that I've decided to leave, and, you know, when. You know, he waited until a couple of hours before it was the time to let her know that, yeah, I'm leaving. It is what it is. So she then goes to him and she tells him that she was hurt. And she starts to cry, and she talks about how she feels cheated because she wanted to find true love with this experience. And so he was like, well, that's not what you want. At least not with me. You know what I'm saying? And so she said, well, the lovers of friends, you don't just get up and leave the same day, you know, without telling somebody in advance. So y'all, true to them, true to the two of them, a whole argument ensues, right? Now, this is my thing. This is my thing. And I want to hear y'all opinion about this too. But this is how I feel now. Carmen kind of wants her cake and ice cream too. Like, Carmen, you don't want him like that. So, let him go. At least that's what your mouth say. You don't want him like that. So, let him go. He is not an accessory. He is not a toy that you just pick up when you want to. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? And then Phil, you need to mature a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have been showing your interest in her a lot sooner than 2 months into the whole experience. Like, not to say you had to jump her bones, but there are little ways to show your interest. You know, even if it's something simple as, let me hold your hand. Like, something, you know, most women like for a man to be assertive and make the first move. And then this is the thing, like, Carmen made it very well known that she was just waiting on you to make a move. Like, if we could see it through the TV, then we definitely know you felt that in person. Probably a lot more than what we even saw on the TV. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely had to know that she was wanting more from you. You know what I'm saying? So now she up here crying because you leaving. It's a whole mess, y'all. I said she still likes him. She still likes him. But I think she's hesitant about expressing it because there are things that she doesn't like him not being as communicative or him not being as mature and assertive. So she still kind of wants to hold on to whatever time is left to see if those parts of him will change. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. But anyway, in any shape, form, or fashion, I think that she still likes him, though. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So at one point, right, I really thought this was like going to be a straight up out of a rom-com movie type of deal. So at one point, while they're arguing, right, both of them are sitting down like on his bed. And so they're just going back and forth, the back, up and down, left, right. So she's just like, you aren't acting like a friend. Why aren't you acting like a friend? And so in turn, he was just like, but you say you want to just be friends, right? So she's just like, but why aren't you acting like a friend? Well, you say you just want to be friends, right? So he gets up, y'all, and he turns around. So let me try to set the scene. So we gonna say like, this is Carmen, right? And then this is Thea on this side, right? So initially he was facing kind of that way. His body was, and he was turning his head back talking to her. And so then he gets up, he turns around to her. He gets on all fours, right? And so they literally come like this far apart from each other, face to face. I was like, dude, that was your mommy. God, kiss the woman. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, I really thought that was how it was going to go down. Like, I really did, because I just could feel the sexual tension. Like, oh, it was so palpable. I mean, am I the only one? Like, really? I know I cannot be the only one who felt that tension, like, between them. So I was just like, Phil, that was your chance right there. Go on, shoot your shot. Be a little assertive. You probably could have won your girl then at that point. You know what I'm saying? That's what she looking for. So for you to show a little assertiveness when it comes to getting her or whatever. So, but anyway, it ain't go down like that. Phil didn't even kiss her. It's like, I felt like he probably wanted to, and it probably did run through his mind, but then he ended up punking out and sitting his butt back down on the bed or whatever. So they still was going back and forth. Why you, but you just a friend, but you say you want a friend. Well, why aren't you acting like a friend? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it wasn't like they were yelling or anything. It was just like a whole back and forth, like, okay, I can't explain it, but it was definitely, like I said, some sexual tension between the two. Like, there could have been some erotic combustion right there. Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cat. If y'all watch MASH, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway. But yeah, it looked like he just changed his mind. I just said, these two right here, these two. But anyway, so she ends up getting up, walking out on him. Like, that seems to be her MO too. Like, whenever they argue, she ends up getting up, walking out. So she does. She said he's being selfish. And he said, but I was thinking about you when I made this decision to leave, you know. So, yeah. Over back in Ireland, Brian and Dana, they end up meeting up to have yet another conversation. Like, why? I don't know. Like, why they ain't just let bygones be bygones? But they did. So she lets him know that she came here looking for love or whatever. And so she stated that she started having feelings for him, and she thought it was being reciprocated, and it hurt to find out that it was not, that his feelings were not the same as her feelings or whatever. So Brian tries to speak up. Y'all know how he come with the BS, you know. He was just like, but I do care about you. Like, no, like, don't double talk her. Like, I'm tired of you and all this double talking. Like, no. And so Dana says, I don't believe you. Like, she cut him off. I was like, you go, girl. Don't even give him the fluff for him to spew all that BS at you. So Brian now has written him some things down, right? So he pulls out his paper this time, and I was like, oh, these folks don't go on with this paper. And, and y'all, let me tell you, I'm not going to even try to repeat what he had down on this paper, because baby, I was left looking like what the fuck? And apparently I was not alone in that either, because Dana said, I don't even understand what's going on right now. Y'all, he was on some real BS talking about microcosm, consumerism, love-averse culture, capitalism. I was just like, what in the entire hell? So yeah, we don't even try to get into what he had written down. But anyway, it made absolutely no sense. It had nothing to do with anything. And so she told him he's just not taking any kind of accountability. And that's what he's trying to distract from with this whole stuff he had written down on this paper that had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I said, that's right, honey. Don't get caught up in all that bull. So now she says she's done, and she ends up handing him his makeup remover sponges back. And then this one had the nerve to ask her for one last hug. I said, Dana, don't you dare. Don't you dare. And she did. She said no. And y'all, don't you know this fool, because they were sitting down on the bench or whatever, and then when they stood up and got ready to part ways, he still tried to come in for a hug. I don't know if y'all caught that or not. He did, and she stuck their hand right on down her, so he ended up just shaking her hand. I said, I'm glad that she did not give in to what he wanted, because look, fool, I done already told you once, no. You're not getting a hug, and so you're not just gonna come up in my personal space and expect me to hug you just because you're coming in for it. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. He gonna end up saying his confessional that he's glad that she's gone, because he will no longer have to walk on eggshells anymore. I said, oh, child. You weren't walking on the darn eggshells anyway. So, we learned, though, that Dana has decided to stay in Ireland because, she does love it there, and just to see what's what, that she says she's going to stay like another month or two. So I said, good for her. Over with Phil and Carmen, y'all. I'm so sick of them. Because y'all know, okay, how her home is built. She was living in the upstairs. He was living in the downstairs. So, y'all, both of them are just running up and down these stairs. Oh, because he came up to her initially. Then she came down to him. And now he's going back up to her. They both just need to go on and admit that they want to be together, and just let them be that on there. They get on my nerves at this point. Both of them, sure. So he tells her that he's not trying to run from her. And she said she had moments where she didn't want to do this anymore, but that she committed to seeing it to the end. So she was really putting it out there I committed to the end, even though I wanted to quit, and I expected, you to do the same or whatever. So his thing is he wants to start a family, and this ain't it. So why is he going to waste his time and continue to stay here? Which I can see if nothing's gonna pop off, why would I? But just him and his connection with Gunna, I probably would have taken the same route as Naeem or Dana, and just got my own spot for a little bit and continue to explore things on my own or whatever. So, but he didn't want to do that. He said he was going to leave. He didn't want to stay and waste his time. So in her confessional, she said, with him being on this healing journey, with being celibate and purging from this, that, and the other, that it just kind of hindered them from moving forward with something more. And Phil said, his mom told him to go where he's celebrated and not tolerated. And he felt that toward the end, Carmen was just tolerating him. And so that's why he said he needed to leave. So even with him saying goodbye, I just feel like it was more between them. Like there was like a whole opportunity for them to speak more on how they were truly feeling, and even maybe like share a kiss or something. Again, let me know if I'm the only one who felt this, because when they were at that car, she walked them out and they were there, and they shared like this long hug. It was more than just a friend hug. Like it was just like, I'm saying goodbye, but I really don't want to say goodbye. I'm maybe holding on to this. Like I felt like each one of them were waiting for the other to say, no, stay. I want you to stay. Like, like I really felt like if Phil had stepped up in that moment, or even the moment like when she had come down to his bedroom, things probably could have went differently. But anyway, I could be wrong, but that's just the kind of vibes that I was feeling. So anyway, like I said, I do feel like she still has a little liking for him, but she just wants him to be more assertive. Yeah, so they both were looking like some little sad puppy dogs when he got ready to leave. When he got in that car, like, because she even stayed outside and was like, I ain't gonna say she was running up behind the car, but she was walking up behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah. I think she was just waiting on him to become more assertive or whatever. Like even with him driving off, like I legit was waiting on like one of their phones to ring, and it'd be the other, like, I'm making a big mistake, I want this to work. You know what I'm saying? I was really thinking it was gonna be some old rom-com stuff. Like I thought it was really gonna go down like that, but it didn't. It didn't. So that was that on that. Then over with Shreya. So it's been a week since Gabby left, and we see the two of them FaceTiming one another, right? So he's telling her how he feels, he misses her, and you know, she says she misses him too, or whatever. So he asks, well, when are you coming back? And so she lets him know she's not coming back, that she realized she missed her family a lot more than what she thought she would, and so she's not returning. Shreyas, he ain't like that. He was just like, are you sure? I said, oh, that poor, oh, I said, poor Shreyas. He first, he got Gerline, that was hell on wheels. And then Gabby, who he fell head over heels. And so now, you know, she seemed like she was returning those feelings for him. But now, like, you know, was it true? Because it seems like she didn't have any intent on actually trying to build something. Like, Gabby just wanted her a little vacation. This is what it's seeming like, you know what I'm saying? So Shreyas, you know, says he still hopes that he will find love. He's learned to prioritize himself from this experiment. So over with Naeem and Ori, right? I said, oh child, they love going somewhere and sitting by the water. Every time we see these two together on our screen, they are eating by a balcony overlooking the water. And sure enough, they are eating by the balcony overlooking the water. So in his confessional, you know, he's letting us know that he loves her. And so he ends up telling her, well, I've written this poem for you. So he pulls out his paper. I don't know what it was this episode with everybody in their paper. But he goes on, roses are red, violets are blue, yada, 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 and I love you, you know. So, at the end of the poem, though, he drops down on one knee and he ends up asking her to marry him. Oriana, will you marry me? And she's just like, yes. I said, oh, somebody found some love along this journey. And I love it. So at the end of the episode, right, we end up just kind of catching up with everybody and what they're doing. Like, we get like a little snippet of a video from them, and then they put something on the screen to update us as far as like what's going on with them, right? Because y'all know this last episode, season 1, last episode. I can't wait till it's season 2. I really did like this show. But anyway, I was just saying before we get to the end, did none of these couples make it to the end? I think everybody had 90 days on their visa, and nobody made it to the end with their original couples. Did y'all notice it? Have y'all picked up on it? Erica, your track record is not starting off good, honey. So anyway, Guerlain is dating a woman now. I think I had mentioned that in one of my comments to one of my viewers, that probably was going to be the best fit for her. It's just gonna be the woman, you know, her and all her masculine energy. She just doesn't enjoy being treated like a lady. Like, she needs to be in a relationship where she can lead. So go on over there, get you a little lady, and let that be that on that. So she said it's working out, though, and that she really is. Oh, no, I was saying that Guerlain really is a pretty woman. She looked beautiful in her video, whatever. So she said that the experience has taught her to let her guard down and find inner peace. I said, Bravo, so freaking, so shady. They gonna say sometimes it just takes a woman's touch. I said that doggone Bravo. Y'all know when she first had made it to Dubai, and Shreya's sister opened the door when she first knocked on her door. She thought that sister was for her. She was mad that sister was not. She ended up with Shreya's. That's why she was acting like that the entire time. So Shreyas, he's moved back in with his parents. You know, he's taking a year off. He's decided to take a year off from dating, but he's still hoping that he finds love. And he just wants to focus on himself right now, unless Gabby decides to come back. Gabby has changed her hair color, but she says that she and Shreya still keep in touch quite often, and that she's actually planning a visit to come see him soon. Aaron says he's hanging out with somebody new. But I don't believe it, Aaron. I don't believe it. Talking about we'll just see where it goes. I said again, he's being non-committal. So yeah. And I say, Bravo, stay with the shade, because they gonna say that now he knows who the president of the United States is. Mael said he's moving into a bigger place that matches his big heart, and that it would have enough closet space for 2 people. Phil lets us know that he hasn't spoken to Carmen since he left her home, headed toward the airport. I said, oh, that's pretty shocking, because I just knew that they would at least still be in communication. But yeah, he says he hasn't. He's still celibate or celibate. Again, if you're a Maps fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And he's working on his music. Carmen said that she's just focusing on her business. She's dating around. Bravo says she's looking for someone who's not afraid of malaria or making the first move. I said, oh, shady boots. These folks so shady. Dana said she ended up dating another Irish man because remember she did decide to stay after she had moved out of Brian's house, but ultimately that didn't work out either. She says she has learned to address conflict before it boils over. Per Bravo, she has returned to Montana to be close to her family, but also to find her next band. Oh, Bravo got they petticoat on. Do you hear me? Oh, y'all, when they said that, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Brian, we didn't get to see any last words from him, but according to Bravo, he's still single, but not lonely because he has doubled his chicken count. Chandra says she has learned to love herself first and have more patience. She's still friends with the ex. And she was looking great too. She was looking better. Like she looked lighter in this last footage that we saw of her. And then we ended on the note of footage from Naeem and Ori, just talking about how happy they are together. He has officially moved to Panama, and the wedding is supposed to be happening sometime around this part of the year. They said the beginning of 2023. So that was the end. I mean, I like this show. You know, when I started, I didn't know, but it was just like, okay, we gonna figure it out together. And I liked it. You know what I'm saying? So I actually can't wait to see a season 2. But Erica, I'm gonna need you to step your matchmaking game up, honey child, because none of your matches made it. They didn't even make it to the end of the experiment just to say, no, it's not a match. So I'm like, yeah, boo, you need to work on some things. All in all, it was good. It was good. I would definitely watch a season 2. So I do hope they get renewed. What are your thoughts? Did y'all enjoy it? Are y'all excited for season 2? Like, is it something you will watch again? So let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about Naeem and Ori. And I want to hear your thoughts about definitely Carmen and Phil. And then let me know your thoughts about who did I say Naeem or yeah. Carmen and Phil definitely want to know your thoughts about them. Yeah. So anyway, that's all I got, y'all. And until next time, I'll pray for y'all. Y'all please pray for me. And what? Oh, let me just end with this too. In my hometown of Memphis, you know, we have been dealing with some police brutality going on, and I just want to publicly send my prayers out to the family of Tyree Nichols. He was funeralized earlier on today. Those services were beautiful. If you haven't seen it, just go look it up, like on YouTube or Facebook. You can see it. And yeah, I just hope everybody has been following along and at least is aware of what has happened, because that was just tragic. It was tragic. So yeah, I want to also continue to send my prayers out to that family. Justice for Tyree. And that's all I got, y'all. Bye.